Hello, Nikki Cottom here, just getting my act together. Welcome to Tidbit Tuesday. I'm really excited to talk today about turmeric. I've heard it turmeric, I've heard it turmeric, so bear with me as I interchange these pronunciations. All right, so doTERRA just came out this past week with turmeric essential oil. And okay, part of the reason I'm so excited is because I know the benefits of turmeric, and I know that turmeric is found in the Alpha Sierras Plus doTERRA vitamin, and I know it's also in the Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex supplement. And I've done so much research on turmeric. I'm one of those people that I always want to look into, what's going on as far as new research for health. And so I was pretty excited and ecstatic when they announced turmeric essential oil. And I'm like, okay, tell me more. Tell me what I don't know already. And cool things. I found out a lot from Dr. David Hill, the Chief Medical Officer of doTERRA and co-founder. And he is such a smart guy. So he was talking about the differences between the herb and the CO2 extract and how those differentiate from the turmeric essential oil. To wrap it up really quick and not go into too much scientific detail, I was blown away. But they talked for a long time. It was an amazing experience to be part of. Okay, so what happened was, so Dr. Hill was talking about how there's nutrients in the turmeric, the food, the herb, the root, and there's so many benefits. And then once people caught on that there were so many benefits, they started making capsules of the herb. And the downside about the herb turmeric is that the herb, when they finally get the herb in a place where it's dry and it's, gonna last and all that stuff, then the herb loses a lot of the turmerones, which is the main compound that gives us all the benefits of turmeric, like decreased inflammation in the body, increased neurological function, increased metabolism, and other things like that. So we want those benefits. It's like one of the number one herbs for pain, but a lot of times people who take them don't notice a huge difference. Part of that is because there is another substance in the turmeric herb that's called curcuminoids, if I'm saying that right. And this substance, you can't get the herb without it, but it's also very hard for the body to digest. So it goes along, so it's part of the turmeric, but in the herbal form, it's really hard for the body to digest those curcuminoids that are present. And so what do people do? A lot of times people don't notice a difference with pain or whatever taking turmeric, maybe a little bit, but with the turmeric really helping the gut, and then the curcuminoids kind of reversing that by slowing down the digestive process. A lot of people haven't noticed a huge difference taking turmeric, although we just feel like we need it, right? So the next part that Dr. Hill was talking about is the CO2 extract. And some people market this as turmeric essential oil, but they use a CO2 extract, meaning they add some, chemicals to the turmeric and use CO2 to extract the extract from turmeric. And what you have in that extract are still some curcuminoids, not as many turmerones as was there originally, and also the solvents. And we don't want solvents in our oils, right? That's why we go with essential oils and not extracts, because we don't want any chemical solvents. We want it as nature intended. So doTERRA decided to go through the process of steam distillation and pull the essential oil out of this, okay? And the essential oil, they did a lot of lab work, and they discovered that turmeric essential oil, doTERRA's turmeric essential oil, has all the original turmerones, which is what we need. That's what gives us all the benefits, without any curcuminoids or any solvents. So how exciting is that? Okay, so let me go into details about what turmeric is good for. And they talked about a lot of good stuff. So I know there's somebody in this group who has a family member dealing with neurological issues, as well as a family member dealing with heart issues. And so I'm really excited about this oil because this oil, turmeric, so let me get this right, the compliant benefits. Okay, so it's a turmeric essential oil is a natural tissue support. So it supports the tissues of the body, the inflammation, the wear and tear, like helping to rebuild that. That's why it's in the alpha CRS complex, to rebuild that tissue. So where there's been tissue damage or whatever, it helps support the tissue. It also increases the antioxidant. It gives you increased antioxidant capacity within the body. So it's like a super antioxidant. So free radicals, clearing those out, metabolic waste, all this stuff clearing out of the gut, which is magnificent because with pollution and processed foods and things that we eat in our foods that maybe aren't the healthiest, it can help flush out that bad stuff. And so I'm so excited. And I have a personal experience about that, which I'll get to in a minute. Linda, I am with you. I will not be without turmeric anymore, and I cannot wait for you to have it. It's amazing. So anyways, also it sustains cardiovascular health. So it can help prolong the life of the heart, and with the cleansing of the oxidation in our body, sometimes that oxidation is trapped in our heart. So when our body is flushing that toxic stuff out, it can flush toxicity from our hearts as well, and clear out a lot of issues that may be residing in the body. Another thing is that it supports and preserves brain function. And they actually did tests where they used turmeric, and they realized that turmeric not only protects parts of the brain that are neurologically kind of under attack, but it also helps preserve and kind of go against the grain on some of those things to help bring some of that back. I know that's not compliant, but I just wanted to explain it. That is, it actually can work against stuff going on in the brain that we don't want happening. So I'm really excited about this. And the last thing, it's neuroprotective, and I kind of talked about that. It protects the brain, okay? It protects the brain from being under attack. It also supports memory and all sorts of things like that. So I'm super excited. Another thing I wanted to point out is that when you use it and combined with other essential oils, when you use it in combination with green mandarin, which also came out, or when you use it with the yarrow that just came out, when you use it side by side, like in a capsule, like 2 drops of each, what it does is it kind of works like frankincense in the aspect that it goes throughout the body. And what it does is it helps, how do I say this in a compliant way that still makes sense? Okay, so what it does is it goes throughout the body, and it addresses each cell and the genes of the cell, and where there are genes that are unfavorable, for example, a predisposition toward an illness or a chronic concern, what it can do is it can go on and flip those off. Okay, so I'm really excited about this. In fact, and there are 2 different pathways that using it with green mandarin versus yarrow can do, and I'll give you that, but you'll have to go look that up because I can't explain it very scientifically. But when you use it with green mandarin, it can help the 5-LOX pathway. And when you use it with yarrow, it can help with the COX-2 pathway. And so those are pathways that are in the genes of the body that we really we want to get them straightened out. We don't want to have those genetic predispositions. And so it kind of is like up there with frankincense in the fact that it has this ability to get you out of this chronic state and into, like, you know, this whole new realm of my genes are getting cleaned up. Like, this is exciting. Okay, that's not compliant information, but it's the best I can do. Okay, so I'm not saying it will be your cure all, but I'm saying that you do not want to be without it if you're dealing with something that you want to overcome. Okay, that happens to be something big, something you feel is like looming, and there's no way that you can get that off your body system. Definitely invest in these oils. In fact, every single product in the doTERRA convention kit, I am 100% sold on. In fact, just really quick, so the beautiful body mist I've been using, and it's really cleaned up a lot. My face is so smooth. Like, I remember putting it on, and then I was scratching my nose on my way to the convention the next day after I'd put it on, and I was like, my face is smooth. This is awesome. And then, like, the past couple days, as I've been using it just once a day, just in the morning, I realized that, like, my need to put on foundation, like makeup foundation, is like dropping. Like, I'm like, my face actually looks pretty good. In fact, I'm not wearing any right now. So anyways, that's a side note. I want to get into this exciting story that I have about turmeric, okay? So I've been super ecstatic about using turmeric as well as using the yarrow, but I wanted to get kind of a bigger picture, okay? I don't want to take them both at the same time because then I won't know what's doing what at this point. Plus, I'm pregnant, so I also want to give my body, you know, kind of test it with my body and see how my body does. If my body's like, no, you can't, like, you know, listen to your gut. If my body feels out of whack or like, no, this is dangerous, I don't want to keep doing it. So I want to, like, gradually introduce things to my body and listen to my body as I go. So what I did is I did yarrow that first night after I got the convention kit. And oh my goodness, I'm so excited about the yarrow pomegranate thing. And in fact, I might do a Tidbit Tuesday maybe next week about it. But then the next morning, because I didn't want to do a digestive oil that, like, helps with the metabolism right before I go to bed because I wanted to sleep, I did it in the morning to give me kind of more energy. And what I noticed is that you need to give your body at least 20 minutes before you go anywhere after you do turmeric. And let me tell you why. Turmeric, for me, what happened was, and I just have to give you a forewarning, this is a poop story, and my digestive system, like, I'm lucky if my body is able to, you know, poop 3 to 4 times a week, okay? And that's with doTERRA. Before it was like weeks, okay? So anyways, I wasn't expecting much because I'm like, it's going to take a while to get to, you know, get through my system, even if, you know, I don't know what I was expecting, but I was like, I want it to give me energy. I want to help because I'm in pain from walking around like a million miles around convention. And I also want it to help, you know, just with energy, pain, and metabolism, okay? Because I can always use some metabolic support. What happened was 20 minutes later, I pooped. And it was a good, solid one. And I have to tell you, the day before that, I was having diarrhea. So the fact that it was solid and it was complete was pretty awesome, okay? So I was like, okay, so I'm glad that I took this 20 minutes before I left because I had to poop right before I left. So wait 20 minutes. But what I've noticed is that as I've been taking turmeric in the mornings, I have more energy, and my gut is purging. You know, I am going more often during the day. I think I went 3 times yesterday, and I only did turmeric once, okay? But it's made my gut feel more robust. And after I took it, I was like paying attention. Is this safe for my body? Because I had a midwife tell me once to not take the Alpha CRS Plus because it had turmeric in it. And then I went to another midwife, and she's like, yeah, take turmeric. It's really good for you during pregnancy. So I was like, well, I'm just going to listen to my body and see what happens. So I was listening to my body. I just put 2 drops in a capsule, closed the capsule, and then drank it and took it with my other vitamins. And what I noticed was, like, wow, I noticed there was a huge shift going on in my gut within 30 seconds. It was nuts. Okay, it almost felt like something was shooting through my gut, like, I mean, relatively fast, but not like, like it was just like working its way through, and it was not going to be stopped. It felt like what it was doing was gathering all this toxic stuff from my gut that was still there and being like, come on, time to go leave the body. You're all coming with me. Let's go through the digestive system all the way. And it took only 20 minutes, and it just flushed a bunch of stuff out. Okay, so I'm really happy about this. In fact, I usually do probiotics, every day. But with the turmeric, I'm taking a break from the probiotics and just letting this clear my gut, because like I was doing the probiotics, it was, helping purge my gut and keeping me able to go to, poop more often. And here I am, like, not even taking any probiotics yet since I started the turmeric. And my digestive system is so good. It feels so robust. Like, I thought with how fast it was moving through my gut, I'm like, I'm going to be getting some digestive cramps here from all this movement and all this activity, but I didn't experience a single cramp. Like, it was like going through my gut, taking all this junk with it. I don't know what it was doing, but that's what it felt like. And then 20 minutes later, bam, same thing this morning. I think it was 5 minutes this morning. It's just so cool. Now, I haven't noticed any psychological benefits yet that I can point out, but usually in my case, things have to be cleansed from my gut before they can start focusing on my brain. So if you start taking it and you're like, well, it works for my gut, but it's not really helping my brain yet, give it some time. I am really confident that if it can do wonders like this with my gut, once my gut is in a pretty good place, it's going to start working on my brain. And I'm really excited to experiment using the turmeric and then adding a couple drops maybe every other day with the yarrow or the green mandarin, or maybe going through a stretch of, 10 days with yarrow and 10 days with green mandarin, and doing that, because heck, I want some of those DNA benefits of having these oils in my system. So I'm really excited to talk about turmeric. I am so excited for you to have it. The fact that it's going to be awesome for the brain, awesome for the gut. Like, I've noticed a lot less pain. In fact, I've been taking it in the mornings, and over convention, I would wake up really pretty sore. Not as sore because I was doing the yarrow in the evening, but still pretty sore. Like, I've been walking miles. And by, within a couple hours, the pain had reduced significantly during the turmeric, as well as my gut being happier and having more energy. So I'm so excited for turmeric. In fact, after convention, this is the first one I wanted to talk about because it's the one I've seen the most benefits with already. Maybe except for green mandarin. I'm going to have to do a little thing about that too. But I love, love, love these awesome essential oils. And thanks so much for listening to my spiel about turmeric. I have to tell you one more thing about turmeric. It makes the worst smelling doTERRA essential oils seem to be very lovely. It is not an essential oil you want. Maybe it is. Of all the people I have let smell turmeric already, I have had only one person say, it doesn't smell that bad. Okay, that's why I poured all the good benefits out for you, because to me, it does not smell good at all. It smells like, I don't know, the best thing I can compare it to is like, let me, I don't know. It's like Cheetos that you dug up out of the ground for like 5 years ago. It does not smell good at all. Like it's nasty smelling almost. But it has the most amazing benefits, which is why I'm so grateful to have capsules that I can put it in. So I only have to smell it for like 5 seconds as I'm dropping it in, 2 drops into the capsule and then taking it. And then if you burp it up, it's not too awful. But anyways, I just have to tell you that because if you get it and you're like, I was going to use this, but it's so nasty smelling, I did warn you, okay? So it does not smell good to me. Maybe it smells good to somebody else. I don't know. But the benefits are through the roof. So you have to get over that and just be like, I'm going in for the benefits. It's going to stink, but I'm going to love it. So anyways, if you have any other questions, let me know. I also did posted a bunch of slides quite a bit further down the page all about turmeric with these slides and all the science and stuff. So if you're like into, okay, I want to do more research, where do I start? Go to those slides. And anyways, it's great stuff. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. Get turmeric as soon as you can. It will be an amazing blessing for you. And keep me posted. I want to hear your stories on it. So try it out. Let me know. And anyways, I love you. Take care.